Ladies and gentlemen, there's a rodent that seems to be wreaking havoc across the US. Now, these are nutrias. Some people call them swamp rats because they tend to hang out in those kind of areas. Well, they're coming more and more on the land, and they are causing a lot of destruction. And this is happening in a lot of places around the US. So it's a 20-pound rodent because a nutria is a rodent. At the end of the day, that sucker is a rat with big orange teeth, rat like tails, no neck, are wreaking havoc in the US and landing on the most unwanted list. So this is an invasive species. So it's a large aquatic rodent with bright orange teeth and causing environmental destruction in the US. As wildlife officials struggle to keep the species under control. Nutria, which resembles a cross as a beaver, but it's really an oversized rat. That's all a nutria is. I mean, some of y'all talk like a nutria is something totally different. It's a rat. Okay. It's still a rat. It can grow up to 2 feet long with an additional 1.5 feet tail and can weigh up to 20 pounds. They have brown fur and distinguished white muzzle and white whiskers. The orange colored teeth, a trait which they share with beavers, come from having a strong enamel that resembles iron, like beavers in North America. Where beavers are really the largest, and then you have the nutria. So, native to South America, nutrias were first introduced in the US in 1890 as part of a fur trade. According to the US Department of Agriculture, when the market for nutria fur collapsed in the 1940s, thousands of them escaped and were let loose by farmers who could no longer afford to care for them. The invasive species has since spread to 20 states across the US, primarily in places like the Gulf Coast of Louisiana and Florida. In Texas, they have made parks and wildlife departments' most unwanted list, which includes invasive plants and animal species that are causing the most destruction. They said they're very destructive. Environmental damage caused by nutria has also been documented in the Pacific Northwest and on the Atlantic coast. Several features of nutria contribute to their status as destructive pests. The rodents can eat up to 25% of their body weight in plants every single day because they feed strategically, and they also burrow themselves. As much as 10 times the amount of plant material that they actually eat is wasted in the process. When they burrow, nutria can create a complex of dens that go almost 20 feet deep and span 164 feet into a bank. In addition to destroying the soil and native plant communities, the agriculture crops, and burrowing can trigger erosion, causing levees to break and damage infrastructure that help prevent floods. Since nutria tend to live near water, including rivers and lakes, They pose an especially significant threat to endangered species that they rely on wetland habitats. The rodents all carry parasites and pathogens that can contaminate water supplies, potentially spreading to humans. So they said in California, they were reproducing a group of nutria was rediscovered in California in 2017, and they were prompted to try to eradicate the population of nutria there. Wow, you really don't want these suckers around. In November of 2022, 3,330 nutria had been removed from California, according to the state wildlife. Efforts to remove nutria from the environment include hunting, trapping, and even with collars, letting them loose again in hopes that it will lead to more nutria. However, the nutria, um, they said putting the collar on them has not really been quite as effective as they hoped. So the nutria, it's kind of difficult because they said number one, they don't have a neck at all. So the collar thing just did not work out the way they wanted. But officials say the state there is a small window of opportunity to successfully eradicate the population of nutria from California, adding that as time progressed, the population size and geographic area of infestation increase, along with the efforts of resources and funds required for successful eradication. Wildlife officials across the country encourage the public to report nutria sightings to their local agencies to aid in the management and eradication efforts. Well, I know New York hired their first rat czar, that they're looking to fix the rodent problem that is out of control. But you know what? That always happens up in New York, especially when trash is not consistently picked up in the city, then you always end up with the rodents going out of control. So, the city should just do a better job in picking up the trash. But y'all, please tell me what you think about these nutrias that are spreading more and more around the country. And they're trying to get rid of them because they're just so destructive on the environment. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.